Stone Brewing Delicious IPA.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. The sun is nowhere to be seen, which suits me fine. And I've got a can of this Stone Delicious IPA. Now, I love Stone Brewing, or the Stone Brewing Company. They are absolutely fantastic at what they do. I've tried their IPA, and it was one of the best IPAs I've ever tasted. I tried their Arrogant Bastard so much, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got the flag up. That was a really nice beer, really very malty. But what I like about this is the artwork. It's just brilliant. That demon's head is just fucking amazing. But they're a really good brewery, and I love their ethics as well. I think it's called the Beer Jesus or something like that. It's about the fella who founded this brewery. And he has got some really good ethics, you know. He's all for independent brewing, and he's obviously from America and all that. So, you know, I should actually do a program. I should actually do an episode about all the hoops that American craft brewers have to jump through, and you know, even the people selling beer. You know, as I said before, you know, they call it the land of the free, but fucking hell, I'll tell you something. They have to brew. They have to jump through a lot of hoops, you know, because the American, I don't know what it's like now. I'd imagine there's just too many craft brewers. But a few years ago, AB InBev, you know, they owned everything, you know, and you know, Budweiser obviously being the biggest sort of brand, beer, certainly beer brand in America, and it spawned, you know, what you see now with the American craft brewery scene, and honestly, they are doing some absolutely amazing stuff. I love American craft beer; it's amazing. But these are really good, and they're one of my favourite breweries because not only do they do, as I said, brilliant beer, but their ethics are great. The owner, he tried to open up like a craft brewery in Berlin, and obviously that's no more. Apparently, it was bought by Brewdog. Now, talk about chalk and cheese. Both started off at with the same ethics. Brewdog have gone down a corporate route, which, to be honest, and they're brewing a lot of fucking very average stuff at the moment. I don't mind some of this stuff. I'm not a Brewdog hater. I know some people on, you know, some of the beer reviewers go to town on Brewdog and all that. For all their faults, they do some decent stuff, but you know, the stuff behind them as well, the ethics behind them, I'm not really keen on them. They started off all right. This lot are what Brewdog should have been. Brewdog should have been our answer to Stone Brewing. Stone Brewing, though, they've done it right. They put their money where their mouth is. They're really successful because they brew good beer. And the owner has started up a fund now, and it's, you know, $1 million plus to help out struggling craft brewers or craft brewers who are, you know, just breaking into the scene. It's brilliant, you know. The ethics are perfect, and it's my kind of ethics, if you know what I mean, when it comes to brewing beer. And if you're, you know, one of these macro brewer haters, which to be honest, I'm not really. But if you are, if you're all about your craft stuff, you've probably heard of these, and if you haven't, you really do need to search these beers out and look up the brewery. Quite hard to get hold of, and I got this off Beer Sniffers. I think it's the first time I've used Beer Sniffers before, but they had a lot of Stone stuff, and I bought one of everything that they've got because I love what they do. And I know that Stone Brewing is going to be, well, it was available in Europe because they had the sort of satellite brewery and the tap room in Berlin. That's since gone pear-shaped. I don't know how hard stone stuff is going to be to get over in the UK. So is that fucking dick on that scooter again? But I've bought it up before it becomes like hen's teeth over here. Anyway, let's stop gassing and let's get this beer open. Before I do, Mr. Magoo will don the bins. Right, it is an IPA. It is 7.7%. Doesn't say what sort of IPA it is, but on the top it's got a citrusy gluten-free IPA with lemon drop and Eldorado hops. Now that's interesting because lemon drop, as the name suggests, gives you like a lot of lemon flavours in your beer, but what it also gives you is like a cross section of beer hop flavours. It gives you pine, it gives you spice like pepper and stuff like that. It gives, yeah, of course, it gives you the citrus and all that, but it gives you earthy notes and herbal notes as well. And then you've got the Eldorado hops. The Eldorado hops are obviously, you know, with a name like that, they've got to be American, and that's what gives you the citrus. And on the back, they're calling this a gluten, well, not gluten free, but well, they're calling it gluten free, but on the back it says this beer is fermented from barley, a grain containing gluten, and crafted to reduce gluten to below 20 ppm. I don't know what that ppm means. I must look that up. And this again, this goes. What's coming next goes to the philosophy from Stone Brewing. It says cans are better. Period. Cans are better. Period. My missus has never mentioned that. Period, of course, is, you know, it's what the Americans call a full stop. Jesus. It's probably, I know where that's come from. It's probably you're not having sex. Full stop. You're not having sex. Period. Same thing, isn't it? Really. Anyway, enough about my fucking sexist views. Awesome for cans are better. Period. Awesome for beer quality. Infinitely recyclable, environmentally responsible. When it says recyclable, there's a really good YouTube channel called Big Stack with a D. It's an Aussie fella, and he melts metal down and moulds it into various stuff. He's a biker as well, but he melted a load of beer cans down, you know, the aluminium, melted it down in a little furnace and all that. That stuff fascinates me. I could watch it all day, but I'm not. I'm going to try this beer out. Right, on the nose. God. Pine is what's coming out of here. It smells amazing. I've got to take the glasses off. I'll get a better sense of smell. Oh, it smells absolutely gorgeous. Let's get it in the glass. There is big citrus, but there's also, yeah, the earthy and the resinous pine are all coming just from the can. Not so much spice or earth coming through there. Let's get it in the glass. Cannot wait. Oh, look at that. Look. That looks absolutely amazing. Now, judging by the colour, judging by where they're from, this looks like a West Coast. Now there, yeah, that is slightly hazy. And that has got a very loosely packed, big bubbled 1 1/4 finger head. It looks very nice indeed. There is a haze to that. It is like a sort of light amber colour on the nose. Oh my good God, that smells absolutely gorgeous. Very fruity, fair bit of pine on that. There's a little touch of earthy aromas on there as well. It smells amazing. I'm going to quaff this before the head dissipates, because at 7.7% it ain't going to last long. Cheers. Oh, wow. There is a lot of spirit alcohol in it. That's the first thing I notice. Then the earth comes through, and there's a lot of earth and a lot of pine. I'm getting the citrus. It's like peach sort of flavours that are coming through on there, but the lemon on there gets you on the back end. Yeah, and that lemon runs all the way through it, and it gives it a very bitter flavour. Now, when I compared these to Brewdog, Brewdog did a beer called Jackhammer, and I think they were trying to achieve what Stone have done here. That Jackhammer was very, I don't know, it was just so astringent that I couldn't drink it. It really wasn't nice. This stuff, however, has got a very nice balance. Yeah, the bitterness is there, there's no question. Not much malt to talk about, but the earth and the pine that's on top of that, and the fruit, give it a very nice sort of balance. But lemon is the dominating flavour on this. Now they've called it Delicious IPA, and it is quite nice, but that's as far as I'd go. I'm not a massive fan of these super bitter IPAs that some brewers like to do. Now, don't get me wrong, I know people that do like this stuff, and I definitely wouldn't recommend this if you're a lager drinker. Try your first IPA, because if you tasted that, I guarantee it'd put you off. I get it. I quite like it, don't get me wrong, but I probably wouldn't buy it again. Or would I? I'm saying that, and they're using the same hop again. This comes back to my point about Goose Island. They're using the same hop that they used in the Goose Island IPA, and that was supposedly based on a British IPA, but they're using that, but they've got the balance on that perfectly. It's got like that peachy, fruity type, which the Goose Island stuff just fucking packed in there, and it really wasn't nice at all. This stuff is good, but at 7.7%, you've got to take it easy. You can't fucking neck this like it's going out of fashion. Well, like I'm doing at the moment. I have to say, it's bitter, but it's quite nice. I'd imagine this would go with some quite sort of sweet meat and stuff like that if you're into your food pairings. To be honest, I don't really do that. Go! If I was going to, you know, some beer companies pair this stuff with music, I'd probably pair this with the song Glory Glory Tottenham Hotspur, or something along them lines, because it reminds me of the bitter tears from all them Spurs fans. But anyway, enough about that. It's quite nice. If you like your bitter IPAs, your hoppy IPAs, with plenty of pine, resinous pine, and a bitter backbone. And obviously, the bitter backbone in this is coming from the lemon drop hops, which give you that lemon sort of flavour. You're going to like this. If you're a lager drinker, you're not going to like it. Not bad, gluten-free. You're always going to sacrifice malty sweetness with gluten-free, because obviously, you know, they're brewing it with stuff that has got that massive sweet malty flavour. That's what I found with gluten-free beers. If you are a massive fan of bitter, hoppy, American West Coast style IPAs, you are going to absolutely love this, because this has got some serious hop bitterness on it. And that's obviously coming from the hops that they've used. I quite like it, but it wouldn't be my go-to. And I like Stone Brewing. I like what Stone Brewing do. This one though, I might buy it again. It's certainly better than the Brewdog Jackhammer. I think that was trying to achieve what this has done, and I'd never buy Jackhammer again, or could possibly buy this one again. But it's good. I like it. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10, and I'm going to recommend it, but only if you do like your very bitter, resinous, hoppy IPA, West Coast IPAs. Yeah, 7 out of 10, recommended with caution. And remember, beer is working class champagne.